first time you ever thought about a career was when you was 14 and you was a guidance counselor. Okay. Now you go to good question.
Okay.
What is the definition of beauty to you? Because we want these girls to have different perspectives on what beauty is.
I think beauty is when you give everything that you do 100%. When you give it your best. That's what beauty is.
Yes.
Because people are attracted to people that have goals and are focused.
Yes.
So whatever you do, if in a few years you learn how to drive, be the best driver.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yes. No road rage.
Right.
No flipping the fingers.
If you collect stickers, get the best stickers.
Have the best collection that anybody ever had.
100%. That's beauty.
Okay. The fourth question is, if you could create, and I like this answer. If you could create a beauty product or an invention related to beauty, what would it be and why?
Well, if you look at my nails, I don't paint them, I don't cut, they just grow naturally. So what I would create is a machine that you just sit in front of you and you put your nails under it and it paints your nails one by one.
Right. You relaxing?
Yeah, you don't have to go to the salon and you don't have to try it yourself, shaking on. Just put your nails in there and relax, and then you come out, it painted my nails.
Okay.
Come out dry.
All in one.
You put your nail polish color you want, you stick it in there, and it just paint. Y'all should create that.
I'm ideas, get a couple patents on it. Okay, attitude, you can just get a girl's your perspective on why attitude is important. Like when girls come into your office, and you can kind of tell attitude. I know for me, the way you carry yourself, it lets me know whether you're being truthful or not. So sometimes, we don't tend to think that the things that we do at this age here makes a difference, but I got to share with them the reason why I chose this age group is because I don't have to babysit you guys. I expect that you guys can follow the directions and, your disposition as far as the way you receive when someone is critiquing you, or, just attitude plays a major role. So can you just share your perspective on attitude with them?
Well, my perspective, can I want somebody to tell me if you know the difference between a victim and a survivor? Anybody know what a victim is? I know you do. Okay. Well, being a victim is if something happened to you and it was bad and it wasn't your fault at all, and you think about it a lot and you go through life thinking, it was my fault, I did something. But remember, it wasn't your fault. And then a survivor is when a person, something bad might have happened to them, and they think to themselves, I'm going to overcome it and rise above it. But the same thing could have happened to those two people. The same type of bad thing could have happened. One in their mind is thinking, I'm a victim. The other one is thinking I'm a survivor.
Right.
So I think attitude is how you look at things and how you think about it in your mind. And as she said, if you think about it, even though something bad happened, if you think I can get past it and think about being positive, then you can.
Amen. I like that. I never looked at it, that way. I know I always use the scenario of when you look at a glass, do you see it as half empty or half full? If we all give the different answers, we all right according to how we see things. There's no right and wrong answer, to that or to what you example you just gave. So it's attitude, it's how you choose to walk through life.
Exactly.
It's in your attitude, reflects that. The next question is, in your opinion, what are dreams so important. If you could leave the girls with one thing that they will always remember, that Mrs. Wilson told them, what would it be?
Well, dreams to me are like a map. Like when you learn how to drive and you're driving and you get lost and you pull over, you ask somebody at the gas station, how do I get to St. Clair? And they say, okay, you take that way. And then you drive there and you make it. Well, a dream is like a road map, like that map. It will guide you through where you need to go. So my dream when I was 14 was to be a guidance counselor. And even though there were some bumps and obstacles and I got a little lost along the way, I still focused on my dream. And it's like a road map. And wherever you want to go, that dream will lead you there.
Yes, yes, amen. Right. You guys have any questions? You have any questions for Mrs. Wilson?
Are you a guidance counselor at the school?
Yeah, I didn't say where I'm a guidance counselor at Forest Park Middle School in Euclid.
Well, now what, that's middle.
That's middle school.
What's middle school now? That's some, South Euclid is.
Right, it's different, right. It's 6th through 8th grade.
Okay.
Anybody 6th through 8th grade?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You were talking to one of the kids. Have you ever worked on a situation?
Have I?
Have you worked on
Oh yeah, many times. I just sat there like Tammy, just calm and collect, but then walked out and broke down to my knees and cried. And that's why I say you have to have compassion, and just because you think life is okay, you never know the person sitting next to you. You never know what happened the night before. You never know what they're going through. So yeah, I had cried, but I had to keep it together. So I would be crying in front of them, making the situation worse. Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Anybody else have a question? Can you raise your hand, Ian? You have a question? Okay. Anybody have a question? Okay. Well, let's give Ms. Wilson a hand. Okay. Our next guest is Ms. Rondita Thompson. And I have to, you can come on up too, but I have to say, I've been knowing Ms. Thompson for a long, long time also, and we met on a field trip, actually, at the Isle Maple School. Her daughter and my sister were friends, and we met through them. We was the only parents on that field trip. Yeah, I mean, at the whole school. So Rhonda said, well, you around me? I said, girl, yes. I was on the school bus when the kids told me, sit your butt down. So I was glad that I had to ride with Rhonda. So, okay, well, you see how the process going? Okay. So you can tell, I love to, I don't say brag, because that's like not a good choice of a word. I say I'm proud of her, and when you know people for so long, and when you know the challenges that they're faced with, when you know how easy it could have been for someone to go this way, but they ran that way, and then, it's just you have some people that you love. You have some people you like. You have some people you tolerate. I love this woman here because her like Ms. Wilson said, her attitude just says a lot about who she is as a person. It says a lot about where she's at as a person, and it says a lot about where she's going as a person. So I don't like to talk that mushy stuff, but I just had to say that. But can you just share with the girls and their parents and everybody else here your career and why you chose that career?
Okay. I consider myself an entrepreneur. I have several different things that I do. I couple businesses. I own I newly opened a food and beverage store, Prior to that, I opened up a beauty salon, a barber shop, a real estate home renovations office.